Oh, hello. Thanks for joining in. It's nice to have another platform to broadcast from, and I'm going to make this not too long, just to talk a little bit about why I can understand that people might gravitate towards Bernie Sanders to support him, but why I would urge them not to do that, just for various reasons. But a significant one is that all of the people Bernie endorsed lost in the midterms, or a considerable number of those candidates. They were called Justice Democrats, and if you look them up, you can see that they lost in all but the bluest of areas. And even some bluey, purpley states lost a Democratic congressional candidate's race because communism or association with communism has little appeal. Yes, America needs democratic socialism, some collectivized funds used to pay for airports and schools and infrastructure and roads, all of the things that keep America functional and have contributed to America's greatness as a modern nation. But people are also naturally afraid of overturning the system of capitalism in favor of something proposed by an idealistic messianic figure. Hi, Brian. Thanks for joining in. And people are uneasy about that. That's exploited by Republican candidates. That's got a pre-established narrative that's easy to tap into. People are primed to have their fear buttons pressed again and again, not just by saying the word socialism, but by having an avowed socialist candidate like Sanders, who has expressed sympathy for communist Russia, has expressed admiration for communist Russia. Yes, Bernie would struggle to win, and that's why Trump tried to kick the feet out from under Biden. Sadly, some people are looking pretty gullible for that at the moment, because you shouldn't let him damage your candidate. His son Hunter had a law degree and was employed by a gas company in Ukraine. Joe Biden completely did the right thing in pressuring Ukraine to get rid of a corrupt prosecutor who was failing to investigate the company that Biden was eventually employed by. He was supported by institutions around the world, including the International Monetary Fund, because it was hard for Ukraine to attract international investment when it was still associated with corruption, and when there was effectively an attorney general, because the prosecutor general in Ukraine is like the attorney general, like Bill Barr. So ultimately, we should also note that the stock exchange did well under Hitler for a time being. It really did great guns, but that there were costs to the German people, that the cost of corruption, even after you've charmed people with your enthusiasm and your positivity, America's the greatest place, and I'm going to solve all your problems. So anything that's not great about it, I'm going to fix, and I'm the answer to all the problems, and there's all of these problems, but also all of this greatness. And don't sell yourself short as white Americans. I will make sure that you always stay great, i.e., don't worry about the changing demographics of America. I, Trump, am here to oppose legal migration whilst just talking noisily about illegal migration, so that you can feel that you're supporting America and you're just proposing that the law be upheld. And you'll overlook the illegal ways in which I target children and target families, so that I just outrage the left, knowing that my supporters are incapable of processing information, real information, about the degree of my depraved actions. I'm sure Germans were very good at ignoring the excesses of Hitler's actions as well. So it's a bit unfortunate. It's a bit unfortunate to watch that unfold. America still has thousands upon thousands of migrant children in detention center camps that are effectively concentration camps. Many of those camps were purposefully built on American military bases so that they could further avoid scrutiny, so that they couldn't have lawyers visit, or doctors, or first aid, or the Red Cross, etc. So, yes, we are going to hope that Americans pull together around a candidate that has electoral college appeal. We're not going to succumb to electoral college amnesia. We're not going to succumb to amnesia about the fate of the Justice Democrat candidates in the midterm elections. The people who Bernie endorsed lost, and Bernie candidacy would cost the Democratic Party their majority in the House, and Bernie would cost the Democratic Party their opportunity to have a majority in the Senate. Look at all the bills the House passed that come to nothing because Mitch McConnell doesn't even allow for them to be brought to a vote on the floor, because he's avoiding electorally damaging footage of his Republican senators having to say why they won't vote for a bill that would increase the public good. So that's why Mitch McConnell defeats bills. He claims that it's because Democrats don't write bills that have bipartisan appeal, but they do, which is why he can't bear for them to be debated, because it would be so electorally damaging for his voters, for the Republican voters, to see exactly what bills Mitch McConnell is blocking, to see exactly what bills Republicans would have to defend their obstruction of. Bills for safety, popular bills that would increase national background security measures to make less children afraid of being killed by somebody wielding a gun, wielding an overly powerful killing tool that they shouldn't have had access to in a more rational society that was less corrupted by donation money from the National Rifle Association. So, I hope that's been a short but interesting video for people. Thank you again for listening, Brian and Zeke. And take care, everybody. Talk to you again soon.